Dear friends and members of the KITION Planetarium Observatory, good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight on another online science cafe, last Tuesday of every month, like we do. And this online science cafe is dedicated to the World Space Week, October the 4th to 10th. And it is the theme this year is space and climate change. So as the Cyprus National Coordinator, I will introduce you to this event and I'll explain what it is all about and also find how to participate. In addition, I will continue further and tell you about the events that we're going to hold and during the World Space Week, and 1 week later we have the supermoon. And also I will explain a bit how space and climate change are related. So you can find everything we're going to be talking about on the website, astronomycyprus.eu, projects, international projects, World Space Week. And if you go at the right bottom left corner, you will find also previous years' links with the different themes and also some recorded sessions on our YouTube channel. These will be also recorded and go on the YouTube channel after the end of the World Space Week. So this is a poster, the official poster for the World Space Week 2024, related to the theme, which is space and climate change. And as you see, we have the globe with different, surrounded by satellites, and we have the writings in different language. Unfortunately, there's no Greek. Maybe I forgot to send the email. I apologize. So I will make up next year. So and all the sponsors. I was appointed as the national coordinator for Cyprus for the World Space Week since the year 2009, if I'm not mistaken, or 2008. And since then, I organize events throughout Cyprus, and I send invitation to schools to co-organize events. Big thank you to our colleague. I don't know if she's still here, Katie Dimitriou. We had a very good collaboration. She's also part of our team, our space scientist. We have done many things with the English school, and last year with the American.
I'm still here.
Hi, Katie. And looking forward for you to organize another one this year. So let's talk about the World Space Week, and let's talk about the frequently asked questions that they are related to these dates. But first, let me talk about the dates. Why always we celebrate them between the 4th and the 10th of October? Because we had the launch of Sputnik, the first man-made satellite, on the 4th of October 1957, and 10 years later, 1967, on the 10th of October, the International Treaty for Space was signed, that we're going to use space and the moon for peace purposes. And so that's why we have this time span between the 4th and the 10th of October. Now, let's go to the question. What is World Space Week? Of course, it's a very, very large event that takes place all over the world. And last year, we have reached the collaboration between 83 countries and more than 16,000 events. And of course, we always try to cooperate between schools, between our members, between countries all over the world, and bring the people together to explore and celebrate the benefits of space exploration and science. And every year, of course, we have a different theme and a different poster, of course, related to the theme. And this year's theme is space and climate change. So how can someone participate in this week? Everyone can participate by hosting an event or attending an event, and you can refer to me as the national coordinator to give you guidelines, to give you resources, to help you organize your event and also be part of your event. As a national coordinator, I may be addressed to people and also share the knowledge. And as more experienced in organizing this event, I can help you succeed, of course, in this event. And of course, we have an experienced team that they're helping us throughout the year, that they can also help you through our community, either through Facebook or through the emails, through the Viber chat. We can help you. So you can organize any event related to astronomy and science, from stargazing sessions, space conferences, talks with astronauts. 2 years ago, we had Dorian Purario, the astronaut. It was under the auspices of the mayor of Larnaca, and we talked with a lot of people here. We had communication with English School, with NASA scientists. We had people from abroad talking to us. We had Astra Research DLR from Germany holding an event with us. So we try to project movies related to space and so on. And this year we're going to narrow the field and relate it to remote sensing, of course, and climate change. So, do you need to be an expert? Of course not, as I previously mentioned. No matter your background or knowledge level, just you need to have passion about what you're doing. Just make sure to get someone who knows the scientific part of your project or your event, so that it will be approved in a way that what you're saying to the general public is not wrong if you are not related to science. But if you're also an educator, you want to create something for your class, or anyone can join. Just ask for help for something that you're not sure, or for resources. And don't forget that you have to inform us and register your event, and then give us the feedback so that we can include you in the national report for Cyprus, so that they will include you in the worldwide report. So what type of events happen during the World Space Week? We can do educational workshops, rocket launches. Katie knows because we did rocket launches before here. Either we launched actual rockets, or with water rockets, and or with slingshots. We've done it in all three ways. So webinars through Zoom meetings and Messenger or live streaming, astro parties, and so on. And as you know, many organizations worldwide, like schools, space agencies, museums, and planetaria and observatories, they do different events, either for the family or for different ages. So when you decide to do an event, you can ask for help, of course, and we'll guide you. But there's also a link that you may add an event to the calendar online from the worldspaceweek.org. And last night it was not working. There was another link that we will send you to put it on if the other link is not working. There is a secondary link that will help you to do everything manually. And so you can add the event there. And you can upload also your poster, a description, how many people you expect to have. And after that, you will get an email with the identity, with the record identity of your event, which is recorded from then on to the global celebrations. And after that, you need to go back and fill up a report on that. And this report shared with us to include it in the national report. And of course, your event will be shown on the map, on the international map with events. So, Cyprus, we are celebrating the World Space Week for the 16th or 17th year, if I'm not mistaken, and the theme is space and climate change. And of course, what plays a crucial role in monitoring the climate change is the satellites. Man-made satellites that they orbit Earth, and they are responsible to provide data on the global temperature, of the sea levels, deforestation, greenhouse gases, and water pollution, and so on. We will see it in a bit. So during the World Space Week, as the national coordinators, we have organized some events. The opening, of course, this is the introductory event and the online event that we're doing every year. And this is recorded and will be uploaded online. So it will remain history recorded, and everyone can have a look at it and listen to this recording, and they can take the data and they can use it to perform their events or get ideas. And then we're going to have the opening ceremony on the 4th of October here at the KITION Planetarium Observatory in Crete, in the area of Larnaca at 7:30. Of course, the theme is space and climate change. And after the presentation, we perform lunar observations, quarter moon, beautiful image, beautiful contrast on the craters, especially on the terminator and the edges, and it's a very nice, unique experience. And you can find tickets online. We have fundraising tickets for the observations. And on the 10th of October is going to be the closing ceremony at 8 o'clock. It's going on Thursday. Again, the theme is space and climate change. And this time we're going to have observations of Saturn. It's a good and unique experience, of course, and unique good chance, to observe it now, because on the 8th of September, Saturn was at opposition, so reflecting as much light as possible, and is still near that position. So it looks bigger with better contrast image, and it's a good chance now because in 2025, the angle of the point of the rings, from our point of view, will be such that the rings will look as if they disappeared. So it's a good chance to see it, to observe it now. And for another year, we're going to organize in cooperation with the IMS school, the Institute for Mathematics and Sciences in Limassol, then in cooperation with the Varengaria Rotary Club. They are our sponsors. The NASA International Space Up Challenge in Limassol, and it is addressed to all Cyprus. We want to encourage people to participate in this event and attempt any of these NASA Space Up challenges. This year we have 20 challenges. A lot of them, of course, they are related to some suggestions for new discoveries, some nice projects that will intrigue creativity, and of course some related to space and climate change. And we invite the people who are interested to join to create a team, or they can even participate alone as a team between them and themselves, and they can attend a project. There are projects that, for example, like programming, that they can attempt it. It can be attempted by only one person, but the point is to work with a team spirit and create a team, exchange ideas, more people, better collaboration, more ideas, and better solutions, of course, and team spirit. So create your team, register for the 5th of October, Saturday. Be there at the international competition for space apps, and work from 9 o'clock in the morning until late in the afternoon, midnight, and then on October the 6th, we will finish around 7 That's on Sunday, but you need to submit by midnight your final. That's the final submission of your project. Of course, we don't expect to do to solve everything in these 24 hours, but we have to you need to have some to pass the criteria that will take you to the next level, so that you have some time to add on to your project, some details, some extra work, etc. And at this moment, on this presentation, you have in front of you one of the judges. It's me. I'm a judge for NASA Space Apps for many years now, and Alexander Prokofiev. Also, and Katie Dimitriou was for the previous years a couple of times. This year, unfortunately, she will not be with us. And we have a mentor, our astrophysicist, Agustinos Saouchis. Konstantinos Troullias will also be. And we have a new astrophysicist also, Alina Zaribova, that we are going to propose here. She doesn't know yet. She was supposed to be here, but we will find out if she accepts it later, and to be also a mentor. And I'm not sure, but I believe we don't have with us Pavlos and Athi, that the co-organizers from the IMS, to say a few words. They were in a meeting, so most probably haven't finished. So if you have any questions, contact me, or we talk at the end about the space apps. At the 7th, 8th, and 9th of October, during the Astronomy Academy, the KITION Astronomy Academy that we hold here from every afternoon, Alexander Prokofiev, as the coordinator of the Astronomy Academy, he will address to the classes, to all classes, and talk about the World Space Week. It's part of our curriculum as well. And he will also talk about the benefits from space and how we can monitor the climate change with the use of space and remote sensing. And of course, we're going to spread the word to the media. This was last year's interview in CYBC, the national channel, that last year the theme was space and entrepreneurship. And as you see, it was in the main program of CYBC. And of course, we have with us, we spread the word through our analog astronauts, the analog astronauts that they are here, and we collaborate with them. Evandros, Leonora Kaiser, and Konstantinos Troullias, who is going to be the other NASA Space Apps Challenge mentor and possibly judge. And they will also spread the word out, and also they will empower youngsters to the world of astronomy and astrophysics and space exploration. So we will invite all the Cypriots and all the people from all nations to collaborate with the space exploration and also promote science and astronomy, and of course space and climate change theme of this year. Now, that's as far the explanation of the World Space Week is concerned. But let's see how does space benefit the Earth. Here we have a satellite, and we see that it sends some signals and scanning some parts of the Earth. This is what is seen in this picture, and here you have another picture of what we call remote sensing, of course, and you can see that there are different images, either in the forest or communication with antenna, different kinds of signals, others penetrating the terrain, like we see here, giving some different the readings, data, using light-based technologies and radio technologies, and some of them they monitor the climate. So we can have some satellites that they will check on the deforestation. They will monitor the deforestation and how they are affected by global climate actions and so on. Here we have an example of a satellite, COS8. It's always there looking after us, looking after climate changes. And here we have some mean temperatures that they were recorded from 1999 and 2008. It was an example I found to show you what can be done, monitoring the temperature and related to climate change. And here is an example of a model related to the Arctic Circle that we take some measurements using radars or remote sensing from space to check the thickness of ice. And even that we can use for monitoring the climate change, but also for navigation. And we can help the vessels to navigate through the ice, but also we can see if we have some ice melted because of the climate change, and we can change the route to these vessels if there are icebergs that can be harmful in their route. Of course, climate change, it also could result to disasters. So some disaster could be floods. And of course, we have technology that provides some information daily and every minute, or sometimes live from space. And using them, we can take some life-saving decisions. For example, if we have a hurricane, if you see on the right side of the picture here, approaching an area, then we can evacuate the area. We can have an early image that we can judge the direction, or if we have an earthquake and we have some plate uplift of the tectonics, and we have a creation of tsunami, and then it is remotely censored, and we send directly SMS messages to the people to evacuate the area. Or here we see on the top left corner some emergency issues after the an earthquake, that where we need to send emergencies and Red Cross and to give help to those that they need it. In addition, we have satellites that they track pollution in the sea, in the oceans. And of course, we see many pictures that a lot of plastic is gathered in certain places of the oceans because of the currents. And they can also track the marine biodiversity. And we try to guide some conservation efforts where they are needed most. And here we see the marine biodiversity being monitored, and we see some types of fish, how they immigrate according to the currents, according to the weather change, where they gather for reproduction. So they are tracked by remote sensing. And of course, we can estimate, and we can have statistics of how they are affected by the weather, from hurricanes, underwater currents, and the oceans, and so on. Agricultural optimization. Of course, using the space technology, we have precision farming. It's not the old times that someone could go to the field, get the hacksaw and start digging or something like that, or water the plants, wake up 2 o'clock in the morning, etc. If the weather is bad, the weather is monitored, and it's also, you can also get now messages and data from the satellites, so that you know that 2 o'clock, for example, there will not be rain. You send an SMS with your application on your machinery, and they start watering your plant immediately. So in this way, you can save water. If there is rain, for example, you don't need to water the plants, and the crop health can be adjusted accordingly. But also, we conserve some water, because in some places, especially Cyprus this year, we have water shortage, and therefore it's good that we use space to monitor water. Here you see a picture how remote sensing is used in farming and agriculture. You can see what we call the GIS system. which separate the land plot and the land fields with numbers. You can see the range they hold, and you can see the plants, the trees, and of course here is monitoring water. You have examples of analyzing with images domestic sewage and the algae, the agriculture plants, and the industrial waste, and also the terrestrial inputs are you see on the top right corner. So this is an example of water monitoring with remote sensing from satellites. Air quality. Okay, so we need it everyday life, especially now with the development of industry. We need to monitor it a lot, and especially near power plants. We have this issue in Cyprus, and it was in the news today, next to the electricity power station in the Kenya, that we still use mazout, and people reported that if it's dry weather, then we have pieces of coal falling on their verandas, or if it's humidity, then we have droplets of black droplets with carbon monoxide on their houses, on their plants. So we need to monitor these situations. So we can monitor them, of course, with remote sensing and with some ground air quality stations, monitoring stations, and they can also communicate with the satellite. So they can identify the pollution sources. They can help tell us the amount and the concentration of different elements in the air, or different gases, and some pollutants. And of course, they can help increase the quality of the life of people. In Cyprus now we have a lot of sandstorms, especially with sand that is moved with hot air masses from the desert in Africa usually, and so we usually, especially in the summer when we have these cases mostly, we have always some reports being issued by the weather department that there has so much grain size of sand. Be careful, don't go out. Its health is harmful for people with heart problems, breathing problems, and so on. And also, as I said later, the biomass burning and industries, because they have continuous emission of pollutants. So guys, space technology is a very, very important tool to our mission to protect and preserve our home planet, as this poster says, but as we experience every day in our lives. And some people, they use these technologies, but they take them by granted. They don't know they are using some of these technologies, some of them. And of course, they are technologies that we know that they exist, we can search for them and can improve the quality of our lives. So again, I invite everyone to organize an event. If you need any help, let us know. And thank you very much for participating in this World Space Week presentation. Don't forget that we have a third supermoon in a row. So we had one in August, one in September, and now we have another one in October. So we will hold an event for that one, for that supermoon as well, on Thursday, 17th of October. The ticket is €10 for fundraising for the KITION Planetarium Observatory. So don't forget to attend that event. Thank you very much, guys, for attending our online science cafe. And space and climate change is a very important theme that we have to give a lot of attention, not us, but the governments as well. So we have to spread the word out to the general public, but also to governments around the world to find some subsidies to invest in technologies in space that they are using. We are using space for monitoring the climate change. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions?
George, I have a technical question about the World Space Week.
Mm-hmm.
So say, like, is it the same as last year? So you have, say you're doing like 5 different events. If it's one organization where you register it just as one event.
If you register, no, you register your organization. You organize the 5 different events.
Yeah, because last year I organized.
They consider them as one event when they send
Yeah.
the posters. They counted like this.